Hello, good day, good day. So today I'm exploring Brittany a bit more, and today I am in Saint-Brieuc. The weather is very nice, blue sky and all that, but I think it's currently -1 degree Celsius. So I'm just going to grab a sandwich and walk to the harbor, maybe to the beach, I don't know. Moins de flics, plus de frites. Less cops, more chips. So this is La Place Saint-Michel, so Saint-Michel, St. Michael Square. So I'm assuming that this is the church Saint-Michel. Port de Saint-Brieuc-le-Légué. Rue du Port Fadigo. I'm gonna try to get a view from that bridge. So that's going towards the harbor. This one too, but I will need to take another road. So like that's where I came from. This one is supposed to go straight to the harbor, but it's very steep too, and I am afraid that it's going to be slippery. So I am actually making a detour to take another street, which is longer, but I'm guessing that this other street will be less steep in case it's slippery. Yeah, this is cute. By the way, I'm also using the Nikon D7500 today. There's a swan there. It's a little bit slippery. Corto Maltese. I'm there. So I'm going to cross, do that, then that. I want to reach at least the canal lock. If possible, I would like to reach the beach, but it's a bit further away and I'm walking super slowly, considering that it's a little bit frozen and slippery on the ground. You see, that's all frozen and slippery there. Oops, actually. Look at the little houses, very cute. So here there is a zone where it's like warehouses for construction on the boats. I thought that I would cross there, but it's actually like way less pleasant that side. So I'm just going to keep on walking on that side. There's a nice little fresca there. Look how cute. It's not even a closed cabin. So cute. So basically what's happening is that there are some fish which are migrating along the different like little rivers and stuff, like different sort of fish there. So they have like issues and so on. So what they've done is that they've created a system for the fish to be able to go from one part to the other. That's for the fish. It's a fish highway basically. So they can go from this part, swim in there, and yep, they arrive at the bottom on the other side. Oh, that's the other way around actually. So that would mean that the flow is going down, but the fish goes up against the flow, so up there and on the other side. So from there, up and up on the other side. I'm assuming that it works better when the river is higher, because right now like they would have to like jump completely into this. You know, so what's funny, people usually say hello when you're walking like on a hiking path, really, like in nature and stuff like this. But here I've got like, I don't know, 4 or 5 people who have already said hello while I'm just walking like near the river, like it's still in the city basically. So I mean, it's really nice. People are very friendly and polite. That's cool. Look at that, seashells in there, in that bin. And there's a path just right there. Oh, it is steep. Yeah, it's muddy, huh? If only you could fly, I mean... It is lunchtime, actually past noon. Le bistrot du marin, spécialité fish and chips. It would be very nice to go into a little restaurant or fish and chips or whatever, but I'm really trying to stay on a budget, to just spend money on transportation, basically on traveling. So I have my little sandwich. Now I just want a spot in the sun. Some nice little benches for lunch. Very nice. So the frangipane, it's basically this regular pastry paste, and inside it's almond puree basically, and it's very nice. Usually it's like a big one for like 6 or 8 persons, sometimes smaller, like 4 persons, but it's really rare to see like just for 1 person, and like it's the shape of a big one but just for 1 person. Alright, so it's already 1 p.m. What is that? What is that? What? So basically now I'm just going back, walking back to the harbor, sort of the same way I came there. And then I will go back up to the city center. And then I will try to explore just a little bit more the streets of the city center, because this morning it was 10 a.m. It was all like really dead, like the city was just waking up, things were just opening. So yeah, I will explore the city center. And if I have time before taking my train, I would like maybe to check out the Art and History Museum for like an hour or something like this. That's where they have the fish and chips. I just want to see how expensive that was, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. That is so fucking expensive. Fish and chips, nearly 17 euros. That's so fucking expensive. So I'm just glad I had my little sandwich that was less than 2 euros, and frangipane, which was also less than 2 euros, and a yogurt that was also less than 2 euros. Alright, this way again. Is it also on the other side? That's nonsense. These days I'm feeling a bit confused about cows. because basically I don't like anything about cars. I've never had a car. I kind of hope I will never need to have a car. And yeah, I just hate the fact that we adapt everything to cars, so it's making everything ugly. But at the same time, I want to travel, I want to see things, and sometimes public transportation is not convenient, it's not going where you want to go, you don't have them all the time and everywhere, and it's also like it's more expensive. Like the transportation is fine, public transportation is fine if you're not going too far, but otherwise it's just more expensive than a car, especially if you want to avoid taking the plane, and then you need to pay for the hotel, so that's even like way more expensive. So like there are days where I'm like, should I buy like a big car or like a small van, but like a completely blank stuff, and just, you know, throw a mattress in there and just, yeah. A bike and a tent would be fine. It's not as comfortable, but it would be sort of fine. The problem is that you can't really just like stop anywhere and just put your tent wherever you want. So that's not convenient. Whereas if you have like a minivan or a car, you can just sleep anywhere, sort of. So yeah, some days I'm thinking about it, but when I think about it, I feel like I'm like a traitor to myself, because it's not like I didn't vote that I would never get a car, but it's nearly like this in my head. So yeah, we are back there. So yeah, I would actually appreciate it if you could tell me like what's your opinion, like your relationship to cars, to the environment, to traveling, like how do you think about this, your impact on the planet and all that. Would appreciate your opinion. I'm thinking though, one of the positive aspects of traveling and sleeping in a car or a van would be my impact on society, in the sense that now, because I don't have a car, I sort of have to stick to cities when it's more convenient in big cities. If I was able to sleep in my car, then I wouldn't participate that much in the issues created by mass tourism and like the problem that it creates for housing and all that, because there are a lot of hotels and Airbnbs now and these sort of things. So like on the accommodation aspect, it would be not only good for me because it would be less expensive that way, but it would also be better for the place where I'm going to. And also I would probably not go to like such big cities and stuff. I would show other things which would be like better for me to see and also better for you to see. Like things that are less known in terms of influence, you know, it wouldn't contribute as much to promote like mass tourism. So that would be the positive aspect of this. But yeah, that said, I still don't like cars and I haven't been driving in like 10 years. I do have my license, I got it when I was 19, but I drove for maybe a year or something when I needed to go to parties and such. So yeah, I still don't like cars and I don't really like driving too. I'm okay with it, I'm not a bad driver. But it's not like I enjoy driving. And I am back into the harbor. Very nice, that bridge is really impressive. But it's sort of giving me vertigo already. It's so tall. Another idea could be to get like a small motorbike or scooter. It would be less pollution and taking less space, so I feel like it's less damaging than a car on the environment and the surroundings and all that. But it would just be for going to places I wouldn't be able to sleep in it, so it's sort of like half a solution. Swan. going from one little city to the next little city would be like, it would make things like so easy, whereas now it's a whole expedition. If I want to go somewhere, there's like a ton of organization to have and stuff. That would basically, yeah, make everything so much easier and accessible. The thing is, this past few days I've tried to organize like my travels for this year, or like for the next 2 months, 2 or 3 months. Like, it's already starting to be expensive. So I'm just thinking, at this point, if it starts to be like too expensive, it would be like less expensive to just buy a car. So that's also like the financial things that I'm trying to see. If I want to like travel quite a bit. Church again. And bridge again. Gonna go up there. It's a bit less slippery than this morning, so I took the road that's like super steep. Look how steep that is. So anyway, that was a good talk about cars. I have a lot of thoughts about cars. I don't like them. I don't know if I will include everything I said. I don't want to be too boring. Sometimes I kind of want to talk about that because I know that it's like, I feel that it's the way to go in society. Like, everybody thinks it's just normal to buy a car at some point. So yeah, I just sometimes feel that people, like, you know, they need a vehicle, they just get the vehicle and they don't really take into consideration like the impact or whatever. Maybe that's just me, like, asking myself too many questions, I don't know. When I see that you have people like taking the plane every week, then I'm like, why do I bother, you know? God, this is so steep. So yeah, I don't know, I wanted to have that conversation because sometimes I'm like, am I too extreme? Too much of a pain in the ass? Or like, you know, I also don't want to judge other people because I know that some people actually need a car. Alright, so I am now back in the city center, in the little streets. It is 2 p.m. A lot of shops closed. I've done like a big part of the city center, but it's not that big. I mean, it's cute, but there isn't like, it's just regular shops, and like a lot of stuff are like closed, like completely. And like it's Friday, so it's like close. You know, like in every street nearly. Museum Art and History. It doesn't look like the main entrance. I think it's on the inside. Is it? Free entrance. Open. Oh, it's on Wednesday and Fridays. It's a good thing that today is Friday. It doesn't really look open. Is it? So that's the harbor of Saint-Brieuc where I was. It's actually sort of outside of Saint-Brieuc. It's called Le Légué. Alright, so that was a nice little museum. Now it's 3:40 and I've basically done everything I wanted to do. So I'm just going to walk around, I guess, in the little streets, take some photos. That's Les Champs. That's basically the main shopping center in this place. Okay, so there are busier places in this city apparently, but obviously it's not really like the cute little center with the cute little street and all that. I'm back at the station. It's time for the bookie.